What type of banks hold spotted bass any time of the year, all year long? Good morning, guys and girls. February 12, looking at 1 Peter 5:7. This is a good one. You've heard this a lot. Cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Cast your cares upon him because he cares for you. Him is God. He cares for you. Cast your fears upon God because God cares for you. I want to read a devotional from my Catch of Better Life book. If you want to order this book, read along with me every morning. We have this on our Catch of the Day channel on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to that channel, go in there and subscribe to that channel right now. And in addition, you can order this book on jimmyhouston.com and follow along with me. 1 Peter 5:7, cast your cares upon him before he cares for you. Here's what I wrote about that. We tell friends who visit Twin Eagle Ranch that we have a box at the front gate. And we recommend that they put their worries in that box when they come through the gate. All their cares, all their worries, all their stress, put them in that box. No cares, no worries at Twin Eagle. Just have a fantastic time. Have a fantastic time. For the most part, it works. It is hard to be at the Twin Eagle and worry. It's hard to be at the Eagle and be stressed out. It's hard to be at the Eagle and bring your cares along with you. God's a little bit like that box. He's asking, he's pleading, he's begging for our cares, our worry, our stress, big or small. How good is a day without cares? How good would a day be if you just had no cares? You had no worry. How great is a worry-free week, an entire week without worrying? How about living our entire life carefree? This is all about trust. It's all about trusting the God who created us. Before we can live carefree, we must trust God to handle these cares. The cares that we're worrying about, the things we're stressed out about, worrying about, we've got to trust God that he can handle them. Really, really, really cast our worries upon him. Can we do that all the time? Do I? No, not really. But I am getting better at it. I try to lay my worries, my cares at the foot of the cross. That's what I try to do. I try to live my life at the foot of the cross. The best thing is that when I do, God comes through for me every single time. God comes through for me every single time. You know, recently I had the great opportunity to go down and speak at Bayside Baptist Church down at on Lake Chickamauga, down near Chattanooga at Harrison, Tennessee, and one of the guys that was there that night that was on stage for just a few minutes and did a little interview up there with the pastor. One of those individuals was Logan Cook, and Logan is a kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's right, an NFL kicker, and he's been kicking. I think he's 4 years now in the NFL, which is actually a pretty good career for a kicker. If he's been able to be the kicker for 4 years, you're probably going to be the punter for a long, long time. But he mentioned up there how when he was first in the NFL and he was sort of the job was handed to him, he didn't have to earn it. I think that the previous kicker had retired or something, so he was the only kicker they had on the team. And in his first game, he didn't do very well. He punted pretty poorly. Second game, he said he thought was worse. And the third game was lousy also. And he said the next game is he'd gone out to warm up before the game. He's coming back in after all of his warm-ups when he'd been out there kicking. And as he was going back down the tunnel into where the dressing room area was, as he went back into there, he saw 4 other kickers coming out on the field to warm up. And, you know, one of the great things about kickers is if somebody hits you in the football game, that's probably a penalty. But one of the bad things is if you do poorly, they'll fire you right in the middle of the season. I mean, they'll kick you out off the team. And so it's not a job that's got a whole lot of security in it if you're not kicking really, really well. And but he said that the problem he was having was stress. He couldn't sleep before the games. He was just worried, stressed out, worrying about doing good. You know, that's a big stage, and you're right there. Everybody's watching that punt as it goes up in the air, as it comes back down, whether it's a long punt, a lot of hang time, everything. And he said he was just stressed out and so worried that when he get to the game, it was causing him not to kick up to his ability, not to kick up to the ability that caused him to be drafted. And he knew that if he didn't kick well that game, probably going to lose his job. Probably going to have to go back to Mississippi and hunt and fish all the time. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But anyway, he just turned that over to the Lord. He turned it over to God. He told God, he said, take this stress away from me. He said, if I don't kick well today, it's going to be the end of my NFL career. I probably will not be here. Those other kickers, some of them were kickers, been in the NFL a long time, and they were out there trying out for that position that belonged at that time to Logan. And he said he just felt that stress go away. He felt the worry go away when he laid it at the foot of the cross, when he gave it to God. He felt a calmness about him. He felt the peace of God. He went out there and he had a great job, great game kicking. And he's in the NFL 4 years later. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. I didn't write that in the book, but well, gosh, what a great story. What a great one. What a great one. Here's our tip for today. What kind of banks hold spotted bass all year long? Clay banks, that's right. Now, not a lot of lakes have a lot of clay banks. Some of the lakes, particularly in the southeast, have a lot of clay banks. If you notice looking at the clay banks, you will see crawfish holes everywhere. That's the exact reason why, because crawfish love clay banks. Crawfish love clay banks. Spotted bass love crawfish. Spotted bass are going to love clay banks. So wherever you are, if you see any clay banks and you have spotted bass in the lake, it'll be a good place to fish. Can I give you just another little secret too? It doesn't matter if you have spotted bass or not. Clay banks are always good. Watch for those places on any kind of bank as you fish down the shoreline. Watch for those places that have crawfish holes in it. If they have crawfish holes, in the south we call them crawdads. But if you have crawdad holes, crawfish holes in the bank, you can see where there's crawfish that live there. Usually there'll be a lot of bass in that area too. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. Don't forget, Catch a Better Life will improve your life. One of the best self-help books ever written. And remember, I sure do love you.